this water is the girl. Ooh, oh, well, hey, babe. Listen, it's Jamie. That's me here. Okay. I just got a few things I want to chit chat with y'all about. I haven't gotten a chance to really talk about what's going on with Jonathan Majors. Twitter has been in a blaze, honey, primarily because Elon Musk is determined to run it into the ground. And then also, I wanted to touch on Carlisha Hood and her situation because I never got a chance to talk about that and her being assaulted and the guy being unalived and her son being involved. So I wanted to touch on that real briefly. Okay, so this won't be a long video, but still go ahead and like the video as you guys come on in. Okay, first off, Jonathan Majors. Let me go ahead and pull up what I had for Jonathan because it looked as though, first of all, y'all know he was accused of violating his ex-girlfriend a while back. I believe that could have took place in like February or March or something. From my understanding, he was arrested, and with him being arrested, came a lot of charges. All right, came quite a few. I think he could have had like 3 charges. Can't recall what they were at this particular time. Shortly after that, we started to hear some stories where people were on Twitter kind of insinuating that he's always been a violent person. And then when people wanted to, ask more questions, it's like the people deleted their Twitter pages or something. It was real weird. The story never really picked up or went anywhere, so I ain't really dived deeper into it at all myself. Shortly after that, we learned that he was dating Meagan Good, and that was being rumored, and I had a hard time believing that girl until a few weeks later the images dropped of the two hanging out, being around each other. Okay. So that's been a thing. Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors are indeed dating, and this comes shortly after her divorce was finalized with her husband or ex-husband, Devon Franklin. Okay. Now with them, so she had that divorce or whatever. People learning that she's been dating Jonathan Majors and actually getting proof. A lot of people have been very disappointed in her. They are not liking this at all. They feel as though Jonathan is using her as a scapegoat because he was once dating a white woman and now he's dating a black woman. I feel like we kind of got to get out of that phase of just because a person dates one race doesn't mean that they're not into another, in my personal opinion. I can't use myself because I am engaged to a black man, but girl, let's say I wasn't. If I want to go and date a white man in these 3 months and then I change my mind and I decide I want to date an Arab, and then from there I decide I want to go and date a Hispanic man, I could do what the fuck it is that I want. So if I as a woman can do what that I want and date whoever it is that I choose, in my opinion, it's like, why is it not okay for him to do the exact same thing? I feel like sometimes we do live in a space, or we not really live in a space, occupy a space where it just feels great to kind of like down talk men a lot. And don't get me wrong, some men definitely deserve it. But how I try to do things, sometimes I try to like think about like, if this situation was on a woman, then what? Because I feel like that's me being fair about it. So I'm not gonna come down on him too hard for dating this, white woman, and then now he's dating a black woman or whatever the damn case is. Because I mean, if Meagan dated black men all her life and then she decided to switch up and go date a white one, okay, okay. All right, hello, Serena did it, dated all these black men and turned around and married a white one. Okay, like it is what it is. You can switch it up. Hey, that's what we got, free range to switch it up. However, we want to switch it up. My issue will always come into play when the person is dating someone outside of their race and then you disrespect the women of the same race that you are. Okay, meaning disrespecting your mama, your sisters, your aunts. That's where my problem really comes in. But I could care less. Okay, but I'm just telling y'all what it is. I think y'all don't have to, think like me or any of that. So I'm just telling you where I am at with it. Okay. But anywho, a lot of people, like I said, were disappointed in her for dating this man, not only because they feel like he's using her as a scapegoat, but also because, girl, look at the situation here. This man is an accused abuser. Now, although a lot of people are going to, villainize him and make him the aggressor and make him the person that indeed did this crime when we do not know for sure. And I still don't know. So I'm not going to put any labels out there on nobody, girl. For me, I'm going to wait and find out what the details really are, because I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all called him an abuser and y'all come to find out that y'all are right, congratulations. Okay. And I'll get on the board after we know what the hell really going on, because I feel like so many different stories have been put out there. TMZ gave us this whole elaborate story about a taxi situation, and where they got into it in the taxi and all of this, and he bent her finger back and this happened and stuff. And I remember reading I remember reading this, like, two different situations, and I called out TMZ. I said, wait a minute, what y'all are saying here is not matching what y'all said in the beginning. Something is off. So it's been very confusing. And TMZ has been doing that a lot lately, where they haven't been seeming to report things as accurately as I was expecting. But anywho, there's so many different nuances about this case that I really don't know what the hell going on. So I don't know if Miss White Girl was in the wrong, and I hate to say Miss White Girl because I don't know her name. I really want to say her name is Grace, but hopefully in this article that I get into, it gives us her actual name. But I don't know if Miss Ma'am had anything to if the fault is on her or if the fault is on Jonathan. Okay, because it's also been said that Jonathan called the cops. Did he, right out the gate, his attorney was saying, hey, we have proof the taxi person is willing to admit and be a witness on behalf of Jonathan, saying that he was not the aggressor in the situation. We start seeing video footage. They also said they had video footage from inside the taxi, but they also dropped at a later time video footage of the young lady being at the bar. And I was kind of confused, because I was like, well, then if she's at the bar, what's wrong with that? Like, girl, people get into arguments, they have spats, and then they go on about their regular business. Well, fast forward months later, it kind of starts to make sense, because of some of the the accusations and things that happened. Come to find out, I guess she wasn't even aware of what all happened to her, because she was drunk. She had been drinking and taking sleeping pills. And I just feel like we just don't know what the hell truth. She got to the house, saw that Jonathan wasn't there. I think he texted her, allegedly broke up with her and left the house. Girl, what is given is he been dating Meagan Good. Hello. Now that's what I want to come to the door with, Miss Meagan, girl. Not you sitting over here being a preacher's wife and you done sat up here and divorce that work, girl. Let me say that man divorced you in the worst way, I personally feel, because he sat up there and came to you during Christmas, okay? 5 days before Christmas, 5-day divorce, whatever. Shortly after that, it didn't take long for y'all to be divorced. But girl, not you sitting over here being in that realm, and you was likely dating this man when he had that girl. Maybe they was on the outs and they was just roommates or something. I don't know, but it was a story of the girl looking at his phone, seeing that he was texting another woman, trying to get his phone, and he was restraining her from getting the phone. So we hearing that story. Then we're hearing a whole nother story where he texts her and says, like, he didn't want to be with her or something, didn't stay that night at the house, stayed the night at a hotel or wherever he stayed. He gets back to the house and she's in the closet or something, and had been drinking, taking pills. She didn't know what happened to her. I think she had bruises or something on her. And because he called the cops when they got there, because he's big and muscular, it looked as though he was likely the threat. And now his attorney is saying that they have camera footage of the police trying to coerce her into saying that Jonathan violated her. So I'm like, girl, wait a minute, because what you guys reported to us initially is not matching what the heck is going on now. So I am completely damn confused. I'm not gonna lie. He does have quite a few charges on him. I do recall at one point where the DA was trying to interview a lot of other people regarding his case. And to me, when I hear that, for me, I'm not an attorney. This ain't no advice. That ain't none of that. This is just me and how I perceive the information. When I hear that the attorneys are going to talk to additional people, it's because it's something about that witness's statement, meaning the victim's statement, meaning what she's saying may not be credible enough to stand on its own, and they need to go seek out other people that's going to align with the story that they're trying to tell in court. Or it's giving that they don't believe that she is likely going to actually testify, and because of that, they need to get other individuals that's going to be able to clear their story, make their story make sense or whatever, or really make him seem like he was the abuser or whatever the case is. And my thing is, when you do that, just make sure that you don't have people that are there based on hearsay and they have actually had real physical Hello, experiences with him, because it's one moment for him to be like rude as hell to a person, because people just be rude like that. He's not the only celebrity that's been rude as fuck. He's not the only celebrity that has, because I think I saw something where he said they were saying something about him doing method acting or something. A lot of actors do method acting, and sometimes they cannot detach themselves from that character, and it takes some time for that. So it's like, at the end of the day, make sure you have people coming to the front about his physicality part, like him actually being physical with those individuals, because some things are not making sense. Okay, it's just a lot that's going on. But right now, what I wanted to talk about, the most recent thing that we're learning, is that, so her name is Grace. Okay, so I was right. Her name is Grace. That is the ex-girlfriend of Jonathan Majors. What they're saying now is that Jonathan Majors has filed, okay, a complaint against Grace Jabari with the NYPD, okay, ahead of his trial for assault and harassment. And that's interesting with the case for assault and harassment, because from my understanding, what he's going to trial for is for a misdemeanor and not necessarily a felony. So I want to read more on that as well, because that's what the headline reads. But I'm also learning that it's for a misdemeanor. So I'm like, well, what's really going on? But they're saying last week, Jonathan Majors filed a domestic violence complaint with the NYPD against his ex-girlfriend and domestic violence accuser, per Insider. Okay, the move comes weeks ahead of his trial that is expected to start in August. All right. What else are they saying? Majors faces assault and harassment charges from the March incident involving Grace Jabari. In his police report, the 33-year-old claims that Jabari attacked him numerous times in the past. Through none of the incidents, he says, though none of the incidents were formally reported. That makes so much. I do believe that, y'all. I believe that she did assault him. I'm not excusing whether he assaulted her or not. Okay. I'm not one of those people that automatically believes the victim. I will never be that person. If you think that I am, I'm not. Just because the victim is a black woman, a white woman, a woman in general, that's not me. Okay, I'm not that person. And I'm also not going to be the person that's just going to go up for the guy either. I need to see what's going on. And if some things in the story make sense, I'm going to say that. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But for this, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And I'm really speaking from a actual personal, watching a family member of mine actually be violated over and over by their significant other that was a woman. Hello, knowing they need to got the situation, never got the situation, and no, this ain't no white woman, this was a black woman that was doing all this violating. Only for you at a later time to get charged based on some lies that she said. Hello. So I feel like when it comes to situations like this, anything is possible. Okay. Jonathan's complaint notes a separate verbal dispute in London that became physical, according to the Insider. Meanwhile, his lawyer claims two NYPD precincts, Chinatown and Manhattan's 10th and Chelsea, found enough evidence to establish a probable cause to arrest Jabari. I did hear that. And when they tried to move in that direction to try to, I believe, get her arrested, the DA stopped it. They interfered in some type of capacity. So, but at the end of the day, there was probable cause to arrest Miss Ma'am as well. Girl, this is messy, and we just gonna have to wait and see how this plays out, and it's not just because he's dating this white woman. It could have been any woman that he was dating. And this is what happens when y'all, especially men, I feel, unfortunately, I feel like when women are in these physical situations time and time again, it likely results to, of course, abuse, physical abuse, but then it also results to unaliving at some point, right? But with men, it doesn't always result to unaliving if the physical abuse is coming from the woman or whatever. It just comes to y'all just staying in the situation, until you're now in this situation where you're now charged with a situation, charged for the assault or whatever the case is. So, but again, I don't know if he did it or not, and if he did do it, doesn't excuse what she's done to him. Just like if it was her up here, I would say the same thing. If it was her sitting up here having to have a trial, just because she did it doesn't mean that he didn't do something to her. I would say the same exact thing, right? Well, what's interesting as well, as they came out with this story saying that, Jonathan is filing a complaint and basically requested for an arrest of her as too. Girl, why Rolling Stone decided they was gonna come to the front, which is so interesting. And when I see this, it makes me feel like, what's y'all agenda, what's y'all goal? Because they decided to report on this matter as well. And I don't recall them reporting on the complaint and stuff like that, but I definitely saw this because this part went viral, where they said they said that a few of his old classmates, I believe they said roughly about, I don't know how many it was quite a few people that they interviewed, and those people spoke to Jonathan's toxic and abusive behavior. And I'm like, well, which people did you talk to? Are these the same people that were on Twitter having these conversations and then at some point deactivated their Twitters? Which people are you actually referring to? Okay, they say Rolling Stone released a report on Wednesday that has the internet in a frenzy. Okay, in the report, the outlet claims they interviewed over 40 people that say they knew Majors personally as a graduate student and witnessed some of his previous relationships. According to the folks that were interviewed, they remember the Hollywood star as having unpredictable moments of anger, emotional abuse, and occasional violence. I feel like with these statements, I would take it to be a bit more credible if you actually spoke to someone that was in a relationship, because these people are speaking on previous relationships. So all I'm hearing is I'm sorry, the DA trying to find people that they can, tie to him, but I'm not hearing y'all find people that were in previous relationships with him. Now, granted, maybe those people were violated and too afraid to come to the front based on his celebrity. That's very possible. Or it could be that that's not what it was. I don't know. But it also could be a bit of jealousy because he made it and y'all still trying. I thought another, so for me, I would find it a bit more credible if y'all brought some people that actually were in a relationship with him. Okay, according to the folks that were interviewed, they remember the Hollywood star as having unpredictable moments of anger, emotional abuse, and occasional violence. One of Major's lawyers have already, give me 1 second. Okay, great. One of Major's lawyers have already released a statement about Rolling Stone's report and basically said it's all cap. Come on. These allegations are based entirely on hearsay. That's what I was thinking. It's giving hearsay. Like, you need to give us people that were in a direct relationship with this man, because neither of the romantic partners referenced were willing to engage with Rolling Stone for the article. Ooh, so they did reach out to the romantic partners and they had nothing to say. Girl, it's giving grasping for straws. Child, I cannot. This is a mess of a case. But again, I don't know if he did it. I'm not going to say he did or did it. I do know that he's been charged because that's what the police say. It's funny that, a lot of times we sit up here and we call out and we talk about the injustices of the police until it comes to certain people. And then we just want to believe that, oh, they're so sanctified and right. This man did do it. He did hit her. And that's what you get because you should have been with a white woman and all this and that. Girl, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to be me, especially after I sat up there and watched that Travis Rudolph trial. My perspective has truly changed about hoes. I don't give a what your color is, what your race is, your nationality, your ethnicity. Girl, I do not give not one damn. I'm going to look at the situation for what it is. And I just can't sit up here and just, male bash because it sounds good or it feels good and I don't like men or whatever the case. That ain't me. Okay. That's just not me, girl. I just can't do that. I can't do that. Like, cause when I read some of the comments and the people just, girl, they be so upset. But a lot of the negative comments stem from the fact that he was dating a white woman. But if a fine white man came up to you, you're not gonna date him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he was dating a white woman, I can't recall a time that Jonathan, and y'all let me know. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what I can't recall, but it doesn't mean it's not out there. I can't recall a time that he has disrespected Black women. So do let me know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not like, what is the beef about? What is the issue about? You know what I'm saying? So it's giving yikes. So, girl, listen, we're gonna wait, we're gonna find out, we're gonna see what's really going on over there with Jonathan Majors and this whole situation. A lot of people, like I said, are upset with Meagan Good. They feel like it's gonna affect her career. Let me tell y'all what Meagan Good did that I actually liked. Because people really think that they can control who you gonna date. Nicki Minaj is dating this whole ass, whoever the hell he is, man. Okay. And when y'all tried to chin check Nicki years ago, Nicki said, "But you can't control me. Y'all not running my life. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do." And I slick have a, when it comes to Meagan, I slick have a bit of respect because we do be out here giving so much of our opinions. Like, we gonna change what a person do on their day to day, and we don't pay them people bills. We don't run their household. We don't know the type of relationship they got. So for me, I'm not even pressed about who the fuck she dating. If she with the man now and he goes upside her head later, then it's giving the people told you so or whatever, I guess. Okay. But if she with him now and it don't work out, it just don't work out. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't understand. Like, this is not a good look, Meagan. This is going to affect your career. Meagan posted something on her page to let the people know that she out here working. Bitch, let y'all know she's on set. Then let y'all know she got a show out right now, so y'all need to go watch it. I said, I know that's fucking right, Meagan. People be out here talking and don't know what they be like really talking about. We only be getting snippets of things, and a lot of times we don't even read all of the details. We only get the headlines, and then we make our assumptions and make our opinions based off of that instead of reading into the finer details. So, girl, y'all, that she gonna do what she want to do anyway. BITCH is fall in love, have kids with, get married to ain't this anyway. Okay, on a regular, they do that shit every day, B. So, and the crazy thing is the amount of people in the comments that I saw, and I'm like, I don't care what this lady do too much, for real, for real. But in the comments, I was like, I wonder how many of y'all are sitting in the comments spewing to her who she should and should not date based on that. But you probably dealing with it right now that don't even take care of his kids. Hello, you probably dealing with somebody right now that may not have gone upside your mother head, but you very well aware of what they may have done to their ex, but you still just hanging on. So it's like, girl, we never really sweep around our own front door, do we? No, we never really sweep around our own front door. But anyway, girl, I know I was gonna spend that much time on that. But let's go ahead and move on. All right. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below about the Jonathan Majors situation. Y'all try not to argue though. It's all good. We ain't got the same opinion. That's okay. Okay. We see things different. Let's talk about Elon Musk because I'm tired of this mother. Do you hear me? I'm over it. And whatever he's doing over there on the Twitter, let it go. He's decided, like, first of all, this is what somebody said something on Twitter. Let me say this that I loved. They said social media used to be so fun before it became money driven. And I said, girl, if that's not a word, then I don't know what the hell it is. Because ever since things became money driven, it has kind of shifted. And that's why TikTok is eating y'all up right now. Okay, now I don't feel like TikTok is necessarily money driven. There are ads and stuff like that, but I feel like some people are able to make money from TikTok with them being able to have their store on TikTok and, just all the random views that you could get that can drive the business and drive people to purchase from you, whether they go to your Instagram, they go to your YouTube or whatever. I think TikTok is dope. That's why y'all really trying to get rid of it. But anyway, girl, and it enlightens the people and let us know what's really going on out here in the world and y'all can't take it. But anyway, girl, Instagram is still cool, even though, they want you to try and buy this check or some of this blue check. And I won't say that I won't ever buy it. Maybe later on. I feel like I need to have a certain number of followers. So y'all make sure y'all follow me over there on Instagram before I decide to get, a blue check or whatever. But anywho, if y'all get it, get it. I'm not gonna judge you, whatever. Y'all do what y'all want to do with y'all money. Okay. Now, when we come over here to Twitter, this is the major problem that I have is when y'all try to create things and when you're not getting the result that you want, you switch it, change it, and try to pigeonhole people into buying it. So basically what Elon Musk is doing now is limiting how many posts that you can see. If you are not a verified person on the app, I think you can only see 600 posts a day or something like that, tweets a day. But how he identifies what those 600 tweets are is I'm not sure. Like, are you considering when people scroll, or are you considering when people scroll and stop, or are you considering when people tap? What are you considering to be the 600 posts? Because some people had already exceeded their limits and they were tapped out. And then I believe if you're verified, you could see 6,000 posts a day or something. And I think that could be it or whatever. And I'm like, oh, so you're just trying to sit up here and create more ways for people to just pretty much buy into it. So what else are you going to do? What else are you going to strike down and limit for the people to try and force them to buy a blue check? If anything, because so many celebrities have not bought a blue check, girl, and it's the once you try and put a price tag on it like that, it loses its value, in all honesty. So I mean, everybody can get one now. I think people wanted one when it wasn't as easily accessible, but now everybody can get it. It ain't that deep. And I love that the celebrities are kind of like, F you, I don't need this blue check. They know who the fuck I am, right? Love it. But I just don't like that you try to pigeonhole people into buying this, when in all honesty, I really feel like it's only going to drive people further away from your app, and they're going to go to another one. Right? Let me see what else they're saying. I want to make sure I have this right. Elon Musk says to address extreme levels of data scraping, and system manipulation. Do you know how fucking long Twitter has been around? Do you know how long Twitter has been around? And now you want to sit up here and address the levels of data scraping and system manipulation? Girl, it's giving you trying to save money on your end for something, and then you're trying to get more money out of the people. But anywho, he says we've applied the following temporary limits. So I don't know how long this is going to last, but he's saying that it's temporary. He says verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day. Unverified accounts are 600 posts a day. And if you create a new unverified account, you only can read 300 posts a day. But again, I'm not sure how he's going about deciding what post you could actually read. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how he goes about doing that. But anyway, what I did learn in the midst of all of this drama about what's going on, child, with Twitter, there is this new app called Spill that I was able to join. I mean, it's definitely giving invite only, kind of like how Clubhouse was giving invite only, but it's a completely different app than Clubhouse. And of course, it's in its beta phase. And y'all know when it's in its beta phase, that means that they are continuing to develop it. They're likely willing to accept any ideas or what are some things that's going to make it better for you guys to use it so that they can implement it. But from what I'm learning, I'm learning that two of the guys that own it, and matter of fact, I want to actually say their name. So let me pull their names up, okay? What I'm learning about these guys is that they actually are former employees of Twitter. And I believe when Elon Musk came over, they ended up being laid off, and therefore they decided to create their own app. And I love it so much because this is what you spend a lot of your time in doing, working for the man, building their app, making sure it runs in good structure, right? So why not go out and create your own stuff? Why don't you be a CEO? So let me see if I actually have their name here. I don't see their name on that part, but let's see. Let's see if this article will let me go. Okay, social platform Spill launches a new beta iOS with meme forward aesthetic. Okay, it looks very different. I must say, it looks very different. It's not Twitter, so understand that when you come over and you start using it, it's not. It's just not Twitter. It's different. Okay, but it's definitely going to be an alternative and an outlet for people that's tired of Twitter, fed up with Twitter, no longer want to use Twitter. And I actually, give me 1 second because I want to pull their like pay their stuff up on the screen, and I want to be able to remove him off of my screen. So let me go ahead and load that up for y'all so y'all can get Spill as we talk about them. Okay. Let's get them up here. Okay. Boom. All right. So this is the Spill app. I feel like that's not as clear. Yeah, I feel like that's not as clear of a thing, but y'all get the point. Okay. If it's not clear, go download the app. It's called Spill. And matter of fact, this may be a better one, I guess. Let's try this one. And we'll put that one up here real quick. But I downloaded it, girl. I think they give you like 3 invites that you can send out to your friends. And And yeah, you could get started. You could just start. Like, I was tweeting or not tweeting, I was spilling. Okay, I was up there spilling about the Essence Fest. I was up there, doing my spiel because I was watching the Essence Fest. And girl, I got a chance to see Missy Elliott. First of all, I went to sleep. I got to see Jermaine Dupri's set, and then at some point I went to sleep, and I don't even know when I went to sleep, but I woke up right when Missy Elliott was getting ready to perform, and I was so glad because I had missed Coco Jones earlier that night. I was like, damn. So I woke up in time to catch Missy Elliott, and I was so freaking happy. She did so freaking good. Like, Missy, you need to go on tour. Missy, go on tour. Like, you really need to stop playing with the people and go on tour. Like, it was giving, Missy was gonna give you an experience. And I feel like if her stage set was a completely different, she really would have gave it to us. But of course, you had your standard stage because it's the festival or whatever. But if it was her tour, she could really do some kind of things. Like, girl, Missy, you need to stop playing. You need to go on tour. You need to get a few of these cute little people to go on tour with you and call that a day. Hurry up. But anywho, this is the app called Spill. I like it. All right. So let's see. They said 6 months after its debut, Spill is releasing a new beta app for iOS users. Okay. That will be accessible by invitation only. All right. The new app, which arrives in Apple's App Store, it already arrived. Okay. So, they got that out there. All right. They said it was founded in December by a Twitter employee laid off by Elon Musk. The original idea for Spill was to create a text focused app. However, it's now evolved into something that's more of a mix of both images and text, which has what co-founder and CEO Alfonso Terrell described as meme forward aesthetic. You can put memes up there, video, text, all of that. Like, I mean, it could be its own, like, it's its own little thing. You can follow people, like stuff. It's cute. It's real simple. Just got to get more people on there. And I say, yo, when he gets celebrities on there, that's when it's really going to go up. But it's not just him, it's him and it's another young man that is also running this. Is two of them. So it looks like Terrell is the one that was laid off. I'm not sure at what point somebody else came in and assisted him, but let's see. All right, here we go. They say Alfonso, who's known as Fonz, Terrell, and Devaris Brown are the ones that created an alternative to Twitter called Spill. The former Twitter employees, so they both work for Twitter, are creating to are catering to culture drivers, okay, especially Black and queer creators. All right. So it's a really given. They created it for us, but I do not believe one of the guys is actually Black. But he might be half Black or whatever. But anyway, girl, it's really for us and other marginalized groups. So yeah, now I did see a sprinkle of white folks on there, and I was wondering if they were on there before we got there. I believe it was about 3 or 4 that I saw, but it's all good. Okay. So, girl, when Twitter was cutting up, I was enjoying seeing all of the people tweeting saying, hey, y'all, come over here to spill this, spill that. Who need a code? Who need this? Who need that? I loved it so much. I said, let's go. Let's go, my people. Let's go, my people. Let's get up out this mother app. Let's go, my people. Period. So I was definitely here for that. But yeah, y'all let me know y'all thoughts, okay? Hopefully y'all can get y'all a code. Y'all can slide over there. Y'all already know most of my social media is gonna say Jamie, that's me. So come on over there, girl. Follow me. I'm gonna follow you back. All that other good stuff when y'all get over there and get the spilling. They do have I believe a guide to let you know how to actually use the app or whatever. So girl, come on in the room. Come join us over there on the spill. Because as soon as Twitter is down or acting up, we probably gonna be going over there to spill to see what's really going on for real, for real. All right. And we got to get the hell on before Elon Musk get us. Okay. We got to get him before he get us. But anywho, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing I want to talk about. And the final thing I want to talk about Carlisha Hood. All right. Did not get a chance to discuss this on last week, but whew, y'all, that was such a overall sad situation watching this video circulate. Carlisha Hood, I believe it was out of Chicago. A mother, I believe she's a mother of one. At least that's all that we know, or all that I know at this time. Her son is about 14 years of age. She went one evening to just grab some food for her and her son. While in there waiting on some food at this little kind of like, it looked like a hole in the wall mom and pop type of a restaurant. She went there to get some food, and this guy happens to be there and started to argue with her. Now, we're not necessarily sure how the argument got started. At least I'm not, but I did see the video circulate. Okay. It appears that the videos of everything that happened, or at some of what the person could capture, okay, I guess the top part before the assault took place, that they could capture, that came out after stories were being put out there about the situation as a whole. So let me say this. She was in the restaurant. She was trying to get her some food for her and her son. This man approaches her, starts to cuss at her. I guess she was taking too long, not knowing what she wanted. Whatever it was, I can't possibly think of a reason for one to be going off on a stranger. Like, I can't think of a reason for you to be snapping on a person you don't know over what? Are you hungry? Are you starving? Like, what could they have possibly been? Did you try to cut the line, sir? Like, what was it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason that would make you want to go off on her and then lead to assaulting her after that. So he over there getting loud, telling her to shut the hell up and this and that. And like any other person, they're going to continue to talk, because what you're not going to do is think you run my mouth and think that you really put fear in me by telling me to shut up. And the moment that you do put your hands on me, I'm going to get you locked the fuck up. And then I'm going to turn around, hello, and I'm going to sue your ass. Hello? So be very careful with that situation. And obviously he wasn't very careful, which is why he's not here with us today. So as he was there and she's getting her food or whatever, he tells her to shut up. She says something else. He says, say something else again, and I'm going to, I promise I'm going to knock you out. And she did, and he hit her. It looks like he hit her about 3 times, like whop, whop, whop. And what was killing me, honestly, not so much as her being assaulted, because that was bad, but it was the fact that the woman, or the part, because I ended up finding out it was a woman that was recording. There was a man standing in front of her that watched everything that happened. And I feel like there were multiple men in that location that saw everything that happened. And nobody stood up to defend her, to do anything for this woman. Soon as the first punch flew, the man in front of her, in front of the woman that was recording, jetted, left. That bothered me, because nobody even tried to say, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't even got to go there. Like, it's all right. Like, she about to get her food. Like, it's all good. Like, what? Like, y'all don't never consider that could be your sister, or that could be your niece, or like y'all never think about that type of stuff. Clearly he didn't. And I also believe that if he could haul off and put his hands on this woman, then he puts his hands on his woman, and it has likely put his hands on other women in the past, because that's how much respect that he has, that he would hit her. Like, that just made, like, he has no respect for women at all. And obviously the men that were in the building were the same. Y'all was the same type of NIGGAs. Y'all didn't have respect either, because if y'all did, y'all would have interfered in some capacity. Now, I get it. Some people don't want to get in the middle of other people's stuff, because people get unalived that way all the time. And I understand that. But you could have at least said something like, man, chill. Like, it's all good. Like, just chill out. Like, we're going to get our food. Like, da, da, da. Y'all could have said, so y'all didn't say anything. And when the kitchen got hot, y'all definitely got y'all bitch inside the kitchen. And that right there, it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't like that. And it's so sad, because y'all left, in my opinion, people want to put a lot of weight on her, because she was the mom and she's the problem for her son to make the decision that he made. And we'll get into that. But I disagree, because that baby ended up doing what no other fucking man in that room was willing to do, which was defend a black woman. Are you there? Hello? You okay? Are you there? Are you there? Y'all let a child do that. Okay. I don't put anything on his mom. Okay. Any child gonna go up. It's been plenty of times where I've seen a fight online, whether it's a woman jumping on a woman or a man jumping on a woman, and it'll be a baby that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to jump on that person to get them off their mama. That boy did a natural reaction. It just happened to have a weapon with it. Now, there were allegations out there saying that this woman told this boy to go to the car and get a gun. But when the video leaked, it was never that the baby went and got a gun. The baby had been sitting in the car watching everything and hearing what was going on, so he got out the car. Okay. Baby got out the car soon as that man threw that punch, and that boy probably was standing there waiting, like, I wish you would hit my mama. I wish you would. I mean, I've seen stuff like that. And what happened? He hauled off and did that and wasn't expecting what he got. And that baby said pop, pop, and he got hit in that back. Yeah, you wanted to sit up there and throw fire, and you fucked around and caught it. Okay? You fucked around and caught it is what you did, honey. And now you're no longer with us to throw another punch again. You know? And that's so interesting because I'm thinking about Friday, and when the daddy told Craig, put that gun down, son. He said, you pretty much fight with these because you live to, fight another day. Nah, he got hit with that pow, and he was over there throwing them hands, and he's not living to fight another day. Okay. And I feel no ways. I feel no ways. I hate it for the family because who wants to lose a loved one, right? Who wants to, like, nobody wants to lose a loved one and go through that. But I feel no ways about it because this is a result of the actions that you put out there. Okay, this is what you put into the world. You definitely motherfucking got out on that day. Hello. So once that incident happened, Carlisha and her son at some point were definitely arrested, and they were arrested. I believe they both were charged with murder or something. A lot of these different stories were being thrown out there about her and about her son, and just lies on lies on lies, and just people just saying bullshit. And it finally took a woman to drop the video because she said, and I saw this on TikTok, the woman said she was tired of sitting around watching these people lie on this woman and her child, and people that weren't even there in the building to know what the fuck happened anyway. So she dropped that video to show what was tea, and that literally saved Carlisha and her son's life because those charges ended up being dropped. But what I ended up hearing was that the girlfriend to the young man, Jeremy Brown, that died, the girlfriend was out there putting the false narratives out there. This is what I'm hearing allegedly, that she was the one that was putting those false narratives out there. And when I tell you I'm not surprised, the way that they have been acting, calling him the knockout king, they got some type of cutout board of him. She's bent over in front of it, just looking for all the clout that she can because she's not getting the clout that Carlisha is getting. Hello, and the praise and the support. And Nicki Minaj has even said that she's going to help pay for this young man's college, because y'all know that's one thing about Nicki. Nicki is, I don't think she got a chance to go to college, and that's what she's about. Like, stay in school, do what you got to do. So she's definitely going to be helping that family out. And I feel like they saw it, they felt the way, and people been over there dragging this young lady, the girlfriend, and she's getting all on social media doing all that big talk, and I don't care about what y'all talking about and this and that. Yeah, he the motherfucking knockout king, even though he gone, yada yada yada. A lot of y'all dudes up here saying what y'all would have did and would not have done. Y'all wouldn't have did that, because if Jeremy was here, y'all already know he would have been washed y'all, knocked y'all out. He already knocked a few of y'all out, just doing all of this big talk. And you know what's so crazy to me? So many of y'all, and not y'all, but I'm just saying in general, people, so many people has so much to say about how young DC Fly grieved. Just because he's not crying how y'all want him to cry, and just because his speech did not align with how y'all wanted the speech to align at the funeral, like y'all critiquing the fuck out of him. Well, I want y'all to drag her in the same fashion that y'all was trying to drag DC. Hello? Because Miss Ma'am is not grieving. Miss Ma'am is cutting a fool. Okay. And I'm not hearing a lot of people complaining about her grieving. I think he could have been her baby daddy. Do not quote me. I think I saw somebody say that, but I'm like, is he? Because I only saw a post where he had his two twins, his twin daughters or whatever. And I think he died a day after their birthday. So I don't know if he had any other kids or if she was the mother to the twins or whatever. But I definitely believe, since she's saying he the knockout king, he definitely knocked her ass out a few times. But Miss Ma'am ain't really grieving for real. Some part of me feel like she about glad that, hello, she about glad he gone. Put her out her misery. That's what it's giving. Okay. So I just want people to drag her the way that y'all sat up there and y'all drag DC Young Fly because he wasn't giving enough grieving. Like, Miss Ma'am can't stay off of social media. She's staying on all on social media. Girl, go somewhere and grieve. You should be crying. Like, girl, you was right there when he got popped and unalive. You not traumatized. Okay, but y'all over here dragging a celebrity. Girl, get it together. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want when y'all want it, how y'all want. But Anyway, girl, shout out to the woman that came to the front with the video, putting everything out there. She literally saved their lives. I don't care what nobody's talking about. That baby is a hero. That baby did anything, hello, that any other child would have done. And y'all can't act like y'all haven't seen videos where a mama probably was in a fight with another girl, and then the baby jumped in pulling on the mama or something. Like, that's what happens. Ain't nobody finna just sit up there and just let you hit on their mom. Like, they're just not finna do that. And I can imagine how many cases there were where inside of a home there was some type of DV situation and the child clapped the daddy for the mama. Like, y'all not finna sit up there and make me seem like this woman is wrong for anything that she did. I don't even give a if she told her child to go to the car to get a gun. Still don't care about it. Okay. Now she about didn't tell him to pop, but she probably was like, bring it to me because I might need it, but I didn't see any of that. It appears as though the son made his own executive decision, as he should have. Okay, because when no other men in the room making an executive decision. And I feel like when we have these conversations and we try to put fault on the mother about what she should have done better, to me, that's excusing the behavior and shifting the focus on where the fuck it should be. And it should be on those men that was in there, the one that assaulted her and the other grown ass men that stood there and did not interfere to help at all. Okay, so that's just what I think about this situation. So y'all can get that together. Now, Carlisha is at this place where she is planning to sue. So let me pull that up. Let's see. She is suing. I believe that she's suing for false arrest. Let's see. Yes, she sues. Okay, Chicago mom accused of telling son to pop, according to the U.S. Today, telling son to pop the man, sues police after murder charges were dropped. Okay, they're saying she was held on a $3 million bail at the Cook County Jail after she was charged last week with first-degree murder and contributing to the delinquency of a minor in connection to the June 18th shooting death of Jeremy Brown. Okay. They're saying Hood was released from jail on Monday. They're saying that the same day prosecutors told USA Today the state was unable to meet their burden of proof in the prosecution. And that's typically what happens when they have damaging evidence, which is so interesting to me. And I have to go back just a little bit to the Jonathan Major situation, because I would like to see how credible the DA's evidence is, because typically if you cannot meet your burden of proof and it's damaging to your case, you would drop the case. And they are fighting hard to not allow his complaint to be admissible, because then she would be arrested. But his lawyers are still going to call that those officers to the front at whatever trial to confirm that there was probable cause. Y'all just don't want to enter that for whatever reason. I don't know what the vendetta is. Y'all is definitely on his head. So I just hope that y'all have great evidence to come out at a later time, because things are very sketchy and I don't know who did what for real. But anywho, I can appreciate that they did not try to move forward with this case knowing that they could not meet their burden of proof in the prosecution. Okay, because that woman dropped the video and they saw that she was well within her right. That's what happens. Okay. They're saying a tort lawsuit was filed by Hood Tuesday in Cook County Circuit Court, names the city of Chicago and 5 police officers as defendants, and alleges false arrest, malicious prosecution, and emotional distress. So she is definitely suing them. I'm not sure of what that amount is going to be. She probably gonna turn around and sue them for the $3 million that they put her in jail for. Okay, so she gonna sue them for the bail money that they sat up there and placed on her. So listen, I'm here for her doing whatever. If your attorney believes that you possibly have a case to where you could win a lawsuit for emotional distress, malicious, because see, this is my thing. I feel like they didn't even try to properly do their evidence. And as I watch these cases, why NW Melly, Travis Rudolph, and other cases, a lot of times I always find that detectives never do their proper investigation. Once they are set on who they want, they only find evidence to meet their case. They try to find only that, unless during discovery, the opposite attorney is going to provide them with something such as this situation. Like, hey, y'all need to watch this video. Oh, okay, we're gonna drop it. Meet our burden. We can't meet our burden of proof, right? But yeah, I feel like she might have something. She might, you know what I'm saying? She might have something. So we'll see how that's going to work out. If you feel like she got a case, go ahead, do your thing, and we'll see what's going to happen. See what you could get out of them. See what you could get, because I feel like they didn't really try to even do any investigation. Once they knew that you did this and this is what happened, they only wanted to find details that met that burden. Like only that. Didn't seek out to see, oh, could this person possibly be innocent? Because y'all love saying it's innocent until proven guilty, but then how y'all operate is that you know they're guilty and you only try to focus on that type of evidence to make sure they're guilty. And that's how people be sitting in prison for a lot of crimes that they didn't commit. I feel like some of the DAs are the most manipulative people you will ever find, but y'all carry on. Just wanted to do a little rant today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts about what all we discussed as far as Jonathan Majors to Elon Musk and Twitter, and also Carlisha Hood and her overall situation in the lawsuit with Cook County and a few of the police officers out there. Okay, I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.